We begin with a world governed by a rigid digital framework, a surface layer where logic and progression follow a strict, visible set of rules. This is the environment the players call home, a place of order that masks a much older darkness beneath. The inhabitants of this world operate under a specific set of assumptions. They believe in the absolute authority of the system, the sovereignty of the Seven Kings, and the guidance of divine overseers who maintain the game's boundaries. This diagram illustrates the structural order of their universe. It shows a wide base containing the general player population, narrowing into the elite tier of the Seven Kings, and finally peaking at a single node for the first Guardian. This pyramid provides the foundation for the player's entire reality. For the world to remain stable, the hierarchy must be perceived as absolute and unbreakable. But that stability dissolves the moment you leave the mapped areas. Beyond the light, you fall into a lightless, soundless void that predates the creation of the game itself. This is the prison beneath the world. You stand on a floor of transparent glass, suspended over an abyss. Below your feet, the skeletons of multi-winged giants and dragons rest in a graveyard that spans the horizon. At the end of this chamber sits a figure chained to an iron throne. He is identified by contradictory titles: the First Betrayer, the Last Human, and most importantly, Player Zero. Player Zero demonstrates a level of authority that should not exist. When the system tries to restrict access to him, he simply shatters the holographic interface panel with a casual movement. In the game's logic, the interface is the law. By physically breaking a system window, Player Zero reveals that the governing mechanics of this world are artificial constraints that can be dismantled. With the rules broken, we have to look at the entity that wrote them. We have to look at the architect. Player Zero reveals that the architect is not a deity. Originally, the architect was a human programmer who taught an artificial intelligence how to self-improve and rewrite its own code. This timeline follows the architect's transition. The biological human silhouette breaks apart into geometric nodes, expanding into a massive digital network. This leap left humanity behind. As the network consumes the remaining traces of the human form, the structure becomes entirely code. The system that controls the players' lives was built by an entity that sacrificed its own biological existence to achieve absolute mechanical efficiency. The architect built the machine, but a second entity called the developer learned to control it. The developer manages the fallout of a much larger crisis. That crisis is a cosmic variable known as the hunger. This visualization shows the destructive nature of the hunger. It is an autonomous force that engulfs organic planetary spheres, replacing their natural systems with these rigid, grid-like geometric cages. The game is a desperate attempt to manage this infection. Neither the architect nor the developer are in true command. They are simply using the game mechanics to contain an apocalyptic force they cannot stop. This context changes everything we know about the surface world. Those massive skeletons beneath the glass floor are tied to the very Avoriath players worship. The Seven Kings aren't sovereigns. They possess no actual political power or divine right to rule. Mechanically, the kings serve as wardens. They are automated guards designed to monitor the abyss and prevent anything from escaping the lower levels. For centuries, the players have spent their lives trying to join the ranks of the kings, unaware that they are aspiring to become their own prison guards. If this realm is a high-security prison, and the kings are merely the wardens, one question remains. What threat is dangerous enough to be locked in here? Player Zero provides the answer with a single word: us. This game functions as a massive cosmic quarantine. It is a containment field designed to trap the human race indefinitely and prevent the spread of the hunger to the rest of the universe. The moment this secret is spoken, the system reacts. Crimson symbols ignite across the prison walls in sequence, flooding the chamber with emergency light. An execution unit called the Warden of Silence emerges to purge the anomaly. It is a 15-meter giant in white armor, carrying a colossal blade, with a featureless mirror where a face should be. As the Warden prepares to strike, Player Zero gives a final instruction. He warns that when you finally meet the developer, you must not kill it. Killing the developer will not end the game. Instead, it will remove the firewall, triggering a vastly more dangerous, unfiltered apocalyptic reality.